Alrighty guys, what's up? Eurotech Matt back at it again here. We got E46 BMW in the shop here, Hellrot Red. This is a project car, but needless to say, the same procedure would follow through for any other E46 BMW, which would be 2001 to 2005 or 1999 to 2005 or 2005.5. Here it is. Nothing special to do under the hood. All your forums will tell you to do this and do that. Unplug your jumper, unplug your battery, whatever. No. Open the hood, grab some tools, and let's dive on into it. Alright, first of all, PPE, some gloves. You do not want to cross contaminations or your fluids mixing with the car's fluids. Let me figure out where to set my two sockets and we'll go from there. 1/4 inch impact or a 1/4 inch ratchet, a small mini pry tool, and an 8 and a 10 millimeter is about all you're going to need for this project. Does help to have a bolt pin and something to put your tools in. So before you do much, just go through 1 to 6. Lift all your plugs up, or all your metal connector tabs, lock tabs, whatever you want to call it. And you can very easily start to slide. Oh, look at that. You can slide this coil pack harness off. The 8 millimeter would be for your harness grounding screw. A magnet would be handy too. There you have it. Now you are free. You can go ahead and take a 10 millimeter and take all 12 or whatever it is of your coil pack bolts out. This is another area, something small like a 1/4 inch impact, the Milwaukee 2461-20. This is the brushed. It's not suitable for all environments, but it's we got it to test it out, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're testing it out. Once again, we got our lovely Cowhawk Professional. Not that that means bulletproof anything. Swivel sockets on there, 1/4 inch impact grade. Beginning of number 6 and the beginning of number 1 and the end of number 6, you'll have a grounding wire on top of the coil pack under the bolt, the mounting bolt screw, should I say. You don't have to, but it is just a typical protocol of mine. To lightly dust this off before you pull the coil packs out. That way you don't get any dirt or anything falling down in the top of your cylinder head there to eventually fall down in your coil packs, fall down into the cylinder head once you pull the plug out. I'm not sure why I'm looking at these. They're all junk. We're test coils strictly to get the car running and loaded onto the trailer. And it misfired. As you see, there's 2 different types of coil packs. But everything seems to be, I think I'm handy dandy light here. Everything seems to be really dry in them holes. I do have a pretty good valve cover leak, but when I got the car as a project, the very first time I opened this up due to it spitting and sputtering, yeah, there was all sorts of oil down in there. Now we're going to grab I think it's a 5/8 socket. We'll be right back. What did I say? It was a 5/8. Anywho, there you have it. Mac tools, 5/8. And I got just a crescent, yeah, cheap old crescent swivel, or whatever you want to say. That was a little rough, but we got what we needed. Boy, they sealed themselves in there, didn't they? Because I don't feel like, I feel like about 25 foot-pounds. Oh, my battery's dead. Great. Yeah, where were we at? Yeah, it felt like a solid 25 foot-pounds, and I know I set the torque wrench at 17 when I installed them. So there you go with the old Trust in the Hobo Freight special stuff. Not too shabby. I'm actually going to just, so this is a spark plug coil pack replacement video. We're just going to pretend. There, I replaced all 6. I'm putting the last one back in now. Realistically, I want to test these out, because these are for a M54 B25. They are the Quadzilla prong for the best possible spark. And I did buy an upgraded iridium, which is what these are, they're iridium. But I bought an upgraded iridium, or high spark iridium plugs, and an upgraded coil pack that I guess is supposed to be high spark or whatever as well. Anywho. You turd. Yeah, that one's tight. I'm going to go through and tighten all of them back down, because, as I said, we replaced all 6 spark plugs. You pull them out in sequence, 1 to 6, 6 to 1, it does not matter. You put your new ones in. You do not add anything onto the end of your spark plugs. You put them in dry. And then you tighten them all back down like such. Good, cool, done. They're all tightened down. Anywho, I'm going to grab the other coil packs, and we'll be right back with you. And we are back. Sorry about the camera shaking. Every time I touch the car, it moves. But here is our new high efficiency, or however they set it, coil packs. We're just going to simply toss them all in one by one. I've already double checked everything as far as coil packs and yada 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 yada, you know what I mean. So now got past the treacherous spark plug replacement. And yes, we didn't do a complete spark plug replacement in this video, but you very well could possibly run into a spark plug being over tightened, one being seized in there from the heat, or one breaking off, etc, etc, etc. I can't show you any demonstrations for that in this video, so you're going to have to scroll on for that. But other than that, here you are. Quick, simple DIY, replace your spark plugs. This is straight to the point to help you out and keep you going. Trying to shoot for quick, straight to the point DIY videos versus something elongated and ridiculous. So here we are. You repeat the process. Number 6 cylinder, last bolt through the grounding wire and then through the coil pack. Before too much happy-go-lucky stuff goes on, you need to make sure every hole has a bolt. Oh, you don't want to do that. Best practice is to do this as soon as you put the bolt in through them holes, but whatever. Yeah, either way, start the threads once or twice. Number 1 cylinder, bolt through grounding wire to the coil pack. A few screws into the hole. There you are. Get them all screwed down. Get that up there. Put that in there. Oh shoot, I'm gonna do that. See guys, you don't gotta fear about unhooking your battery. You're not gonna get severely shocked and die and blow apart. It's not gonna affect the car none. Everything and everybody will be a-okay. That's your 8mm. I was very lightly hitting that trigger, and I was not going full bore. Anywho, repeat your process. It wasn't nice and stiff like the old one should have been. That helps. Sorry about the camera moving, folks. And as you put your connector into the plug, you give them a little wiggle and shake, and they will find their home. And you want to push down nice and firm on that locking tab there. And now I did it off camera, but before you start this whole process, you are technical difficulties. Well, I'm not sure why that one was so stiff, but there it is. They're all 6 in. Now you get to turn your car on and test it.